Good afternoon, everybody. This is Crystal with Crystal's Creations Wyckoff. How are you guys all doing? So, I had somebody, a couple people in my chat on YouTube on one of the videos, wanted me to make a flip card like this without using a major die on making this flip card. You can use any shape die, and we're going to do a Spellbinders card. And we're going to use a label 51 die on how you can make a card like this. Okay, I'm going to show you how. And so you're going to cut your main cardstock. So let's lower this. You guys can see. Should be able to see. Okay, there's the scoreboard. So we have our card cut already at 8.5 by 5.5. Okay, so we're going to score it at 2 1/8. So here is our 2 1/8 right here. We're going to score it at 2 1/8. Okay, and then we're going to score it again at 4 1/4, which is right here. Okay, and then we're going to use this Jump for Joy frog stamp set that I just got at Hobby Lobby yesterday on clearance. And we're going to use a label 51 3-inch. You want your die to be at 3 inches. So I already have one cut out. I actually already have a couple cut out. So we're going to take this one and we're going to score it down the middle. Try and see if I can do this. So we're going to score it right down the middle because we want it to fold exactly in half. There we go. So we're going to fold this in half. So you want it to fold in half. Okay. So now we're going to take our scoreboard. We're going to get rid of that for a minute. And then you're going to, I'm going to use my card as a sample here just to make sure I did this correctly. Okay. So this folds this way. It folds, let's see. I'm trying to remember how I did this. So this folds this way. This folds this way. Okay, so you want your card to go this way. Okay. So we're going to take our die. First, we're going to see our score line right here. And what I should have done is done a pencil mark, but I didn't do that. That's okay. But we can see our score line. So let's take a pencil. And I'm just going to draw a pencil line there. Okay. And then I'm going to take this and we're going to go this way. So that way I know where to go. We could flatten it out now that it's folded in half because it's got the score line. I'm going to go halfway down. You can go high or up or whatever, but and then okay, I'm gonna go down just a little bit more. Okay, and then you're going to get your tape here because you're going to want to hold this down or this is not going to work. Okay, I'm going to hold down the other side. And then you're going to take your die and you're going to put your die right on top of this as well. Okay. should be, looks good. Think so. Let's hold that in place. Where's the end of my tape? There it is. I'm trying to hurry up and do this. But this is the part that you guys need to see, or I would say I would put you on pause and have you figure out the rest on your own, but that's not how I'm going to do that. I'm going to go over here, tape that part down, okay? Okay, set that aside for a second. Get that down. Make sure it's taped down really good. So now, what did I do with my, oh, there it is. We're going to take our die cutting machine. Okay, I want you guys to see this. So hopefully you guys can see what I'm doing. Okay. So, see how I have this in there? Come on, stay down. You know what? I'm going to have to put another piece of tape down because this is being a hiney in my label die. Okay, stay. Don't come up. That part can come up because we're not die cutting that part. Okay, that's fine. Okay, so I'm going to have this come out a little bit. So we're only going to go to here. This is the only part that gets cut right there. So we're going to go right to where that pencil mark is, where I marked my pencil. I want to make sure. This was a card that I tried to make the other day when I was Zoom crafting with Elizabeth and all them the other day, and I could not figure out what in the world I was doing, and I messed up big time. So you just hold it, well, or not. Okay. Okay. Okay, just hold it. Should work. Crank it. Okay, woo! Alright. Let's see if that worked. Shall we see? I think it did. Okay, now I don't think we're gonna need this anymore. Oh, come on. Okay, I'm gonna get this out of my hair for a minute. Okay, so now we're gonna untape it. And we'll just set it aside, so it should have worked. Okay, untape all this wonderful tape and take this off. Hopefully I didn't tape it down so much that it peels my paper. Nope, didn't peel my paper. So now you straighten out your die, and do you see that now? See how that did that? So now you have this part and you have this part. You have that. Now we have that up. There's that label. We have our label. So now we have our extra label that I just have, and we have that extra one that we cut out already. Well, or not. I don't know. I might use it. I can use a small one on the other side though. Okay, so we can take this one and you can actually put it right in here, and you can stamp whatever image you want and all that. So I am going to stamp an image on here, okay, and then we will be right back. Okay, so give me a minute. I will stamp an image and we will be back. Alright guys, I am back. So I have the image stamped, so there it is. The frog with a leaf with a sentiment says, I'm sticking around. That means I'm not going anywhere, Spellbinders. No. Can you tell I love Spellbinders as much as my crafty friend Debbie J Crafting Corner does? So now with Spellbinders as an affiliate and also as a new influencer for them, I am using products that I have already or that I just bought that is old. New to me, but old to other people, or old to Spellbinders that's probably been around for a while. And for like Jump for Joy came out in, oh boy, when did this one come out in? Let's see. Oh, it came out last year, 2021. Ah, hey, not that old. So I don't have this embossing folder, so I don't have that leafy one. So I'm going to pick a different embossing folder, and we're going to emboss this card, and we're going to run it through an embossing folder. And let's see if we can make it come to life. And we're going to give it some color. So how about that, guys? Shall we do it? So let me show you two of the embossing folders that I bought the other day. Let's see if I got them in here. Here's two of them that I think will work. I got a slimline one yesterday. So I have, let's see, what's this one? These two were not on clearance though, but I needed one to get myself started as an influencer because I didn't have one. So this one is called Optical Arches, and then this one is called Geoscreen. And boy, this one you can do big or little, or even, that thing's huge. So I think, I don't know, it kind of looks like a rainbow. So I think, what do you think? Let's do this one. Let's do the optical arches for the frog, because I don't know, it just kind of goes, I think, instead of the geoscreen. I think this will work. So what I'm going to do, now I'm not going to do a rainbow. We're going to make this look like in the water. So I'm assuming this is the front. I'm trying to feel. I hope. I don't know. Where is the front? So we're going to assume that this is the front. And we're going to make this look like water. So I'm going to take my Distress Oxides, my blues. I just got... I can't wait to play with these two colors though. I got these yesterday. Dried Marigold and Tattered Rose. Aren't those pretty? Oh, I tried them. I tested them out yesterday on a scrap piece of paper. Those two turned out really pretty. But I put my Distress Oxides in here because I thought maybe they would be better stored in a container. So I'm going to do Uncharted Mariner, Salvage Patina, let's see, that's all I got for Distress Oxides. For, oh no, and I got Chip Sapphires. Let's do those three together. But I decided to store my Ranger inks this way because I figured they would be better off and safer and they'll stay moist better instead of storing them in my other ink tray where they're at a, you know, at a slant like this. So I don't know. What is your guys' opinion on the Tim Holtz's Distress Inks and Oxides? Do you keep them flat? Is it better to keep them flat or angle them like Simon Hurley's? Because he keeps his tilted at an angle like this. So I don't know. So I'm going to start with Chipped Sapphire, which is darker. I know some of you don't like blue, so that's okay. So this one is the top. So we're just going to run our across here. Now you guys are going to love this impression. Now we're going to go with Salvage Patina right in the middle. I don't know why I like it, why the lightest color in the middle, but I just love it. Oh, and I got a little bit of blue on there, but that's okay. We can wipe it off, no big deal. And then my newest color is Uncharted Mariner. Oh, Froggy, no, no, no. Glad I caught that. Okay, now I think that's pretty good. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna do this wonderful technique. So we're gonna take our water, our distress sprayer with our perfect pearls, and we're going to spray. So you see my sprayer, and I'm just going to give it a couple sprays. Okay, then I'm going to put this in there. This should fit. Oh no, this side. What am I doing? Hello. You guys need to tell me and say, Crystal, pay attention. Okay, now we're going to put this down really quickly. You want to make sure this stays in place, and I just got ink on my thumb. So now I need to look at my Sissix platform here and figure out what I'm supposed to do, because this is a bigger one. So I'm going to read the directions for embossing. Okay, so for a folded, because this is a bigger one, okay, because I was actually doing this wrong the other day and didn't do this right. So it says, for embossing, I need a silicone rubber. I do not have a silicone rubber mat because this did not come with one. I think that's for when you do thinlits. Oh, okay. Now I get it. That totally makes sense now. So for 3D textured impressions, I don't know if this is a 3D. Is this a 3D embossing folder? I don't know. So I think we just need this. We put this down to our main board, and this plate, I think, is all we need. So let's run this through, and let's hope this works. Okay, that is not going to work. So I think I need my other plate. So we're going to need this too. So I need that. So let's try this. Okay, and now let's try this. Okay, sometimes you need extra. There we go, there we go. That's working. I can feel it doing its job now. Okay. Alright, we want to see what this looks like, you guys. Let's see if this worked. Oh, it worked. I love it. I love it. I love it. It worked. Alright, let's put this back. Let's get this out of the way. Okay, you guys ready for the reveal? Ta-da! Look at that. Look at that. My card worked. Except for, guess what? My card is sideways. But you know what? That's okay. Who says the arches have to be perpendicular with one another? Right? It's okay. So make sure we get our ink off of our embossing folder, because we don't want that to dry on there and stain and everything. But you know, if we get a little ink on there, that's okay. Okay, so one thing I cannot use with, oh, where is my fold line now? I can't find it. Oh boy, so there's that line. I'll find it. I'll find it. We will. Okay, I found it. I think I did. We got it. We got it. There. So that looks pretty good, right? So there it is. So now we're going to work on the frog, because it did the back side too. So let's go ahead and color our frog, shall we? So let's just use some, I don't have a lot of green, so let's watercolor. Okay, we're just gonna go ahead and watercolor. You guys don't mind me watercoloring and chit-chatting. Sorry if this is gonna be a long video. What I can do is start watercoloring, and then I will be right back at the end of the reveal. So I'm gonna use, what colors do I want to use? I don't know. I think I'm gonna go with a little bit of Tim Holtz greens, because there's a kind of a leaf is that, because he's a frog, he's holding a leaf, a lily pad leaf. So I'm gonna make it not mowed lawn, but a little bit of twisted citron and oh, maybe a little bit of cracked pistachio too. I think those two might work well together. And then we're going to use a little bit of mowed lawn. Okay. Oh. We're going to use a little bit of mowed lawn and old paper. So we're going to use those 4 greens, okay? So let's go ahead and start with the leaves. The leaf, I should say. And I might have to turn this upright so that I can see what I'm doing. So I'm just going to put my twisted citron down. And then I'm going to do, what did I say? Cracked pistachio right next to it, because we can mix those together too and might get a different, totally awesome, cool greeny color. And I'm trying to get this done before the craft roulette show, which starts in about, I don't know, an hour, less than an hour maybe. Okay, so there's our water. So maybe I can do this sideways so you guys can see. You guys can see. So I'm just going to start watercoloring our leaf. Mixing those two together. Let's see. Ooh, that's cool. Now, I'm using a thicker cardstock, so this is 110-pound weight from Joann's. I do not have any Spellbinders white cardstock in my stash anymore. Their paper is really good though, but it's okay to use other paper. We can use other products. We just can't use other affiliates' dies or other stamps. So yesterday when I was shopping at Hobby Lobby, I had to look for some stuff that had some verbiage, some words, and I had to like, help, I need some sayings, some sentiments with Spellbinder stuff, because I don't have nothing with any sentiments. So most definitely did not. Try not to get in the hole of the leaf that he's holding. I actually did some extra cleaning today because my daughter's not here anymore to help clean. And so I had to clean while my hubby was at his dentist appointment. The only thing I couldn't, my feet and legs could not muster up was vacuum today. I just could not do it. So he did that for me when he got home. So I was grateful for that. But kind of makes you wish we could win the lottery so we can hire a house cleaner. Okay, so now I need to see. Okay, so that's the underside of the leaf right there. Okay, just wanted to make sure. And then I was also earlier today, just got done a little bit ago, I was watching between a YouTube and blog hop for Scrappy Tales today. So I was going back and forth between YouTube and a blog and leaving comments on both YouTube and blog. So that was a process. So I left comments to possibly be one of 3 people to win a $25 gift certificate for Scrappy Tales for their Halloween. They're one of their really cool Halloween stamp and die sets. I was like, okay. I really liked one of their Halloween sets that they were using, and I love to make Halloween cards for the neighbor kids in our neighborhood. And I just make cards to bless people. I don't sell them. I mean, I really don't, meaningless. And I even told my one of my physical therapists yesterday, even though he was practically killing me yesterday, he was holding my leg down really hard, trying to make my left foot move by itself. And, you know, and even though it couldn't move, it hasn't moved by itself in 37 years. It's like, come on, dude. And so I was trying to explain to him, because him and his fiance are getting married in December. And, oh, that's part of the leaf too, isn't it? That stem part? I bet you so. But, so him and his fiance are getting married at, in December. And he's thinking their invitations are going to be $1,000. And I said, well, I can make you some invitations for, you know, probably way less than that. I can probably do it for free. I'll just make you a sample and show it to you. You can just, you know, donate to my crafty hobby, whatever you want to give me. And I said, just give me your names and your wedding colors and your wedding date and everything else. And I said, I have a hot foil machine and everything else like that, and I'll make you a sample invitation. And just tell me what you want and I'll put you together a card. I said, I even have a wedding stamp set too. He goes, you do? I said, of course. I said, I just got some new hot foil plates too. Look really cool. And I got inks and everything else. I said, just, you know, save yourself some money. You know, why spend an extra $1,000 on, you know, on invitations if you can just do it practically for free from me? You know, even if you did try to kill me. Yeah, see how nice I am. Okay, now we're going to do the frog. So we're going to do a mixture of mowed lawn and old paper. So we're just going to put it on my workstation here. And someday I will have, my dream is to get the Tim Holtz workstation, the left-handed one. That one I would love to have someday. It's got the white part on the left side, and I can do all my water stuff on that part and everything. Okay, let's get my water. Oh. Get our water there, and let's get our frog colored, and then we can finish putting together this card. We're going to mix these two together and see what color we get. I like mixing colors, just like with the lunar paste. Like two of Simon Hurley's colors, the Prom Queen and the Clear Skies. You mix those two colors together and you got yourself a really pretty light purple. Okay, frog. There's not much to you here. So let's start with your feet. Oh, you're kind of, I don't know. Do I need to put some more dark in there? Okay. There we go. Let's add a little bit more ink in there. I don't know if I like that contrast very well. That's better. So, well, I feel like we're all being monochromatic here on this stamp. All shades of green. But That's okay. Kind of like last week on the craft roulette show, we had to do a kids card. Had to be, the colors were monochromatic, so we had to pick one color and do all shades of the same color. That was, and it was also one of the element, I think, was coffee and tea. It's like, okay, a kid's card with coffee and tea, and the colors were monochromatic. So I did another Halloween card and turned it into a monochromatic, and it had to have grid lines in it too. So that was the other one of the other. It was random, was grid lines. So that was quite fun. Good thing I have a die from Simon Says Stamps with grid lines. I think this is his neck. We're just gonna make it green. This is his face. And I think frogs have red eyes. If this is the biting kind of frog, the poisonous frog, but we're not gonna make him have red eyes. Oops, I went out of the lines. Oh no, that's bad. Okay, so how does that look so far? Does that look pretty good? That looks pretty good so far. That's okay. This might be for a kid, and a kid won't care if I go out of the lines. Too bad. Right? Right. So I'm gonna mop up my mess. I usually have a piece of extra scrap paper next to me cleaning up this mess. Oh, sorry, didn't mean to bump you guys and give you guys a dizzy spell. So I got some of Tim Holtz's Embossing Glaze, but it's powdered. How do you guys, is that supposed to be like embossing powder? There's some of you played with that. I have a question about that. I was just curious. Okay, so now, wait. Now I was going to go over this too. So let's do another shade of green. What did I do with my other green stuff? Here it is. So let's do peeled paint. We're doing monochromatic on the frog. Okay, so we're just gonna highlight over that. And for the black part of the ink, I used a rock candy from Spellbinders. One of my favorite base inks to use because it is waterproof, it's alcohol marker proof, it's water-based proof, it's everything proof. I love it. It's amazing. I'm sticking around. Okay, so I still have to do a drawing, you guys, for the Team Tiny Hop from last Saturday, which I will probably do later. Forgot. Okay, so let's get this video finished, shall we? The doodles. Okay, so now we're going to take this part. So let's fold this in half, okay? And we're going to make sure we put him upside right. So we're going to put him right there where that point is, and right there where that point is. Okay, so we're going to glue him in. Okay, we're going to just put our glue on. Now, if you guys don't want to watch the whole process, you can just fast forward. But if you want the directions, I would watch the whole video. Okay? So you want to make sure you do your point. Line it up with... You could do a smaller circle, an oval, a triangle, whatever kind of nesting dies you might have on hand. You can do whatever your heart's desire. It does not have to be the same size. It can be a smaller. Okay, so there's our frog. Now, usually what we do with these is you could put fancy cardstock designer series paper on these, but for this I chose not to, because all I have for Spellbinders is their Easter paper. That's all I got left. So, unfortunately, yeah. I wanted to just use what I have of their stuff that I have in my hands. So, there is that. And we could add some sequins, and then you can take this little guy, okay, this little one. So let's go ahead and glue this on the other side, okay? I'll show you something here real quick, right? I'm going to glue this. We're going to label, this is the next size down. It's okay to glue it on the fold, because it will do what it's supposed to do. Okay, so see that is folded. Flip, flop, flip, flop. So now I'm going to take another stamp set real quick. Okay, guys, what did I do with it? Let me see. Because I wanted to add a couple solid flowers. It's okay. Kodak. I kind of freaked out a little bit. So I'm going to add this Love Never Fails stamp set. If I can get it peeled here. Just add a couple flowers, because flowers and frogs kind of go together, I guess, right? Oh, that was kind of hard to come off. So, let's do this real quick. So, and, oh, might have to add, when you're doing something like this, if you emboss it and ink it, I would add a smaller piece of white cardstock down here for someone to write on. Okay, that's what I would do, because obviously with this I was not thinking, so I would definitely, because usually there's a blank spot right here to write on, and I didn't do that. So I will definitely do that when I send this card off to somebody. I will put a white strip of cardstock on this side to write on. So let's go ahead and flatten this back out. Oh, no. Why is that not? What did I do? Oh, you know what I did? I actually glued it on that fold. Oops. I did something wrong. So I'm going to use, I don't know. Let's see, big. medium, little, little. I don't know. Okay, let's just use the big one here. Wipe it off. They say clear stamps, but these feel like photopolymer stamps is what they actually feel like. So I think that's what they are. So now we're going to use, I'm going to use this one, Love Struck. Because we want some color. These might actually be like a layered flower, but I don't know. You probably could layer these and get a really cool effect for these. But I'm not going to do that. Nope. So there's that flower. I want to make sure I'm stamping right. So I'm doing this upside down and I can't tell what I'm doing. Okay. That's the top. So that's the top. That's the bottom. Okay. Okay. So let's add a green leaf. I think we have room for this one on both sides, so we're just going to add some greenery. So I wipe the residue off. So I want mowed lawn. Yes. So let's see. I want it this way, right? Yes. So that way. And then we can do another one, I think, on the other side. No, it's not very facing the other way, but that's okay. And it's okay if you overlap too. Nothing wrong with that. Okay. So now, let's see. We're gonna add, don't really have room to add much more. I think this is actually a layered flower. So you can do that one, and then that one, and then that one, and then that one, all on top of each other. Well, that looks pretty cool. I'll have to play with this one, but this one is called the Love Never Fails stamp set, and then this one came out also in 2021, so last year. And this, they kind of give you an idea of what you can make with it. Kind of cool. That looks pretty. So anyways, I think that is what I'm going to do. I might add a few more details on it. I don't know. But there's the card, you guys. 48 minutes. Ah! And just in time for the craft roulette show to start. Ah, I know. And I need to go get myself a bite to eat. And I will talk to you guys later. I love y'all. See you all in the craft roulette show. Bye. So there's the card. Wee. And I learned how to make this card over about 10 months ago from Jennifer McGuire. So you can use any shape. So just so you know, flip, flop, flip, flop, flip, flop. I just love saying that. Bye.